My best friend Jenny is a marvel to me. Cool, funny, insanely talented beauty alchemist with nearly 30 years of experience transforming faces. From fellow moms to A-list celebrities you know and love. Her passion for healing has quite literally changed my life and continues to teach me.
My best friend Kirsten is the epitome of a cool chick. Her fashion sense is as iconic and sexy as the brand consultancy she founded. Together we laugh, learn, and navigate life, motherhood, and business together.
So pour a glass of rosé or grab a matcha and join us as we talk about all the things that bring a higher vibration to life and to friendship. You out of matcha already?
No.
Okay.
Told you I needed some caffeine.
I know. Hi. There you are.
Hi.
How we doing?
Well, I can't see you. You're like
Covered in hair?
covered in hair.
I'm getting my hair cut soon.
Are
wait.
you?
Yes. Can't wait. Beyond due.
Yeah, me too. You know, I'm grateful we don't have that problem.
Which problem?
The menopausal hair, thinning, falling out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've got other things.
My ass is so hot on this thing.
Yeah, hot flash. Let's turn that down.
We're sitting on a LED blanket.
Yes, it's a far infrared LED blanket by Beam, which is amazing.
Because we're talking about all of the splurgy, amazing.
So, today's topic is splurgy skincare treat. Well, I mean, I guess what I'm going to say is a lot of my clients ask me what I think about gadgets. I have a lot to say about gadgets.
Yeah, I love gadgets.
So I guess this episode would be what's worth splurging on, what do I use personally, and what I recommend and what I think is a waste of money.
Like the really splurgy things.
Yeah.
That, for yourself, girlfriends, men who give a shit about their skin. Which should be all of you.
Yeah.
What to get.
Yeah.
What to not get.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So we kind of have this in two different categories, right?
Yeah.
So things that you buy and you use at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of treatments, right? Because this is the time of year where a lot of people are booking and going to the event and the party and the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So what do you want to break down first?
I mean, what I really want to do is put this on. Because I feel like,
She's putting on the Dr. Dennis Gross full hockey face mask.
It's fucking rad. I already did it today, so it's not going to turn out like this. So I only have this because you told me to get it.
Yeah. It's a great one. The benefits to this particular one is you can get your LED, like you can get your receptors in your body filled within 3 minutes. So this is a really short mask.
Right, which is genius and why I actually use it and do it. But what does LED light do? Because then I also have this tiny little adorable wand.
Solo, is that the Solo?
Yeah. Like, does this do the same thing?
Let's break down what LED is.
Okay.
LED was invented by NASA. I think we've talked about LED before on this podcast, but I'm just going to break it down.
Okay.
So they found that astronauts in space, they had difficulty with their skin wouldn't heal like very quickly in space. So they found that using LED panels in the spacecraft helped heal the skin. And they also found that it really increased collagen and elastin production. So it's incredibly healing.
Okay.
It is amazing for, filling those receptors. And it's great for pain relief, for fine lines, wrinkles, for circulation, for blood flow, for lymphatic drainage. It's kind of this all-encompassing, amazing treatment. But there's really varying products on the market. There's all different types of masks that you can get on Amazon for, $20.
Right. But they probably don't work that well.
So when you're looking for this type of device, I would look for one that is FDA cleared, and I would look for like the red light in particular needs to be at least 630 nanometers. So these are different wavelengths, right? We've got the far infrared, which it penetrates the skin on a deeper level, really signaling those. It actually can penetrate to the bone. It can penetrate really far into the dermis. And then there's different spectrums. There's different there's colors, right? There's the blue light, the red light, and those are the two lights that are really the sound science and clinical backing is behind those two colors. The blue light is specifically for oil production. It penetrates the sebaceous glands, which is like 400 and something nanometers in the skin.
I don't know what a fucking nanometer is. Does anybody know what a nanometer is?
Okay, so my point is that blue light will specifically hit those sebaceous oil glands.
Okay, so acne.
And that will help with producing excess oil. It helps with acne and killing bacteria.
Okay.
The red light is a much further depth. It's like 633 nanometers. And that will directly hit your fibroblasts. So your fibroblasts they're the function that help the skin produce collagen and elastin.
Okay.
And then you've got further depths to help with pain relief and more chronic.
Right. Stuff. Okay. Got it. That's helpful. That makes sense to me.
Exactly. So she just put the LED, the Dr. Dennis Gross has one specifically for your lips to create, just fuller, plumper lips with less wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Right.
Yeah. So this one's great. This one also is just a little 3-minute job. So, but some of the science indicates that your cell receptors couldn't get flooded. Like if you're just using it for 3 minutes, I've heard different doctors and dermatologists say that it's better to do it over the 20 minutes. Instead of flooding it all at once in 3 minutes, you're getting like a slower, more reparative wavelength.
Okay, but you said this is Jenny approved.
It is.
The 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think those people that are on the go, like for me, a lot of times I don't use the devices because I just don't have the time. Right. First of all, the Solar Wave, okay, that's great. It's fine. Who's going to sit there and it has the red light on there?
Yeah.
So to sit there, and ideally in a perfect world, we want 20 minutes on the skin. Who's going to sit there for a fucking hour doing that? Okay. And then it also has like a therapeutic heat. I am not a fan of any devices that create heat, that heat up the tissue, especially people that are more prone to melasma or hyperpigmentation.
Like me?
Yeah. So you want to really avoid devices that heat up that tissue, because if we think about heat in the skin and the subcutaneous level, when you heat up that tissue, it's like associated with inflammation. And hyperpigmentation is also sometimes heat-based. Like if people go into a different climate, for example, clients that are, even going to Hawaii sometimes where it's super humid, or just a different country where it's just a different environment.
Same country though, Hawaii.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, Philippines, for example. One of my clients got back from the Philippines and her pigmentation was like next level.
Really?
And it's because it's, your body's trying to cool itself down.
Okay. But is red light part of this heat thing, or red light's okay to use?
Red light's completely okay to use.
Okay.
The only thing I would say be cautious about is the blue light around your eyes. Like the one that I recommend for my clients to use, it's called the Boost. It's like a very soft wraparound face mask.
Yeah.
And they don't actually have the blue light because of that. It can cause some photosensitivity in the eyes, and it's not good for the eyes. So,
so the Boost is the one that you recommend to your clients.
Yeah. What I love, and they have this one called the Bib. So it has a collar.
Okay.
So it's specifically for your neck, which is my nemesis, and your chest. So it's like this bib that lays on you. Okay. And so red light in particular too is really important. You want it directly on the skin. It's super important. Like at work, I have one that's a panel. It's like a full face panel, and there's 1,400 lights. There's a difference between something that you would get in a dermatology office or an aesthetic office versus home use. Right. They're not as intense.
Okay. So red light, obviously red, things to have for yourself, rad gifts to give.
I'm a huge fan.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan. Like, there's so many gadgets on the market.
I'm in that category.
The 2 home gadgets that are really important for beauty: red light therapy.
Okay.
And microcurrent.
Oh.
And microcurrent, obviously different than what you would get in the treatment room, but the at-home microcurrent devices, the 3 that I recommend are the NuFace. Okay. Which is great. It's been around forever.
Is this what you have?
So, yes. So, okay. I'm going to share a little something.
Okay. She's grabbing her NuFace device. Wow. That looks like a couple things.
Yes. The ergonomic design on this is not my favorite because it does look like a ball sack. Just going to say it. Just going to say it. Okay. NuFace is fantastic. It is a little time consuming. So this was the original NuFace device, and it requires like a 9-volt battery, which was the best one ever made.
$1970s?
It is so fantastic. I've had this device for well over 10 years. I mean,
it looks like a George Jetson TV remote control.
Yeah, totally. Beam me up. And this is the one that replaced it.
Okay.
And I have gone through maybe 4 of these.
Oh, it's always the way, yeah.
So I guess the good thing about this one is it has detachable, interchangeable
parts that
heads.
just come off.
So this,
got it.
So it has a LED thing that you can put on here and then do this one.
Okay.
You do need like some type of glide, like a gel.
Okay.
They have, and it's tingly, it's prickly.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. And oftentimes you can taste like a metallic taste in your mouth.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so these 2 are fantastic this one is because they don't sell these anymore.
Right.
If you get your hands on this, like, you're golden.
eBay.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It's like my absolute favorite.
Okay, so NuFace.
NuFace is great.
And that's a microcurrent. And what is
microcurrent is...
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Like, we need the lab coat.
Microcurrent is a negative and positive polarity. So what it does is you're retraining, you're re-educating the muscles. So it's essentially muscle contraction. Your muscles shouldn't like fully contract. The equipment that I have in the salon, sometimes when it's too high, you can actually see the contraction of the muscle. But an at-home version, you don't want anything close to that happening.
Okay.
But it's a negative and a positive polarity that re-educate the muscle.
Ooh.
And it does a lot of things. It like helps with blood flow, lymphatic drainage, but really it's like the best way I can describe it. It's like a workout. It's like a workout for your face. Okay. And the only thing I will say is you do have to be consistent to see results. Okay. Consistency is key.
Like how often?
So initially, like I would say 5 to 7 days a week. Okay. For maybe the first couple months.
And how long?
For microcurrent, to do your whole face.
How long? But like, do you spend,
It's not like red light where you really need that 20 minutes to see, to have the receptors full. This is like, you want to make sure that you're doing equal sides of your face. Okay. So this one's convenient because it does have like it's almost like timed. So you move it.
That's cool.
Right. So I would just be mindful of making sure you're using the device equally on both.
God. Yeah.
I would say it takes me, I spend about 10 minutes.
Okay. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I do like the NuFace, but my ultimate favorite, the MyoLift. I love this. It's a company called 7E Wellness, and this is true microcurrent. And this one is amazing because it has the microcurrent gloves. So this machine is probably closer to like $800. So if you are really into your microcurrent and you know you're going to use it, then I would recommend
Really?
investing in this one.
Because that feels like you need like a degree in a medical code for.
Yeah, it is. Like, you do have to understand the positive and the negative polarities. Like, you have to understand what you're doing.
Oh, God.
But what's easy about this one is this has
He's a goner.
The gloves are amazing. So there's actually the current is.
Can you cut oysters with this?
Yeah, I know, all right. There's the current that runs through the gloves, so they actually
you can't
connect.
see. She has on these metallic-looking medieval-like gloves and this like
so they
ridiculously
hook on,
extensive.
and I can shuck some oysters while I'm at it.
Yeah, I mean, oh wow. So they connect.
So they
electronically.
connect.
Oh, that's fucking badass.
It's really cool.
Wow.
And so I've got a lot of wires.
Wow. Okay. So you do it with the gloves, and you just put the gloves on your face?
So yes, you put the gloves. Yeah, you put the gloves on your face. And what I like about this is you can't really mess this one up. If you can
get the fucking wires out.
We're good. So it plugs in, turn it on, and here. I like the gloves, especially in treatment room, because you can really manipulate the muscle. You can really get in there and work the muscle. And so one side is a negative polarity and the other side's a positive polarity. And so, you can really get in there.
But you have to know what you're doing with this shit. Like, I shouldn't have this at home. Like, this doesn't feel like something that's
here's the thing with a lot of these gadgets, like, if, like, you're not going to be like, oh, let me just put these microcurrent gloves on and do a thing.
No, never.
So,
but you think other people would?
I think that yes, like there's some skincare girlies out there. They're going to be like, I'm yeah.
I mean,
so this is an option. But to keep it real simple, just get the NuFace.
Yeah,
like they're fantastic.
Okay, got it.
So those are my two favorite must-haves for at-home anti-aging. Great tools.
Any other? We kind of did the do's and don'ts of the red light. Any don'ts of the microcurrent?
Yeah, not that I can really think of. You want to be consistent with it. People are like, oh, I'm not seeing results.
Right.
Well,
you're not fucking using.
You're not either using it correctly, like you're not using it long enough,
right? Or
you're not using it daily.
Okay.
The LED light that I have in the spa is the panel light.
Yeah, that's big daddy dog.
Yeah. It's phenomenal. It's just amazing for after, any kind of extractions or any kind of like microneedling, microchanneling, so healing. Takes the redness out of the skin. There's just a lot of amazing benefits. And with that type of red light therapy, you can see results pretty instantaneously. And then there's another microcurrent device that I didn't bring, but it's called the Pico. So those are my favorite microcurrent devices. Okay. Here's the thing too, like this is like super time consuming. You kind of got to know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
The gloves. And then this I feel is probably the most user friendly.
The NuFace.
It's just a more simple, functional device that people get it. Like they kind of get how to use it. But I would say that they're time consuming.
Right.
So what I love about the LED mask is you can put that on and like cruise around and make dinner.
Totally.
I'm not going to invest in a gadget if I don't have the time for it. And I'm very clear with my clients. Like, think about the landfill of, gadgets that are out there that you have tried. I really don't recommend buying any gadget if you really don't think that you're going to carve out space to do it.
Totally.
Because it's, first of all, the ones that are really effective, they're pricey. Just be mindful that if you don't think you're going to use it, because
fair enough. But I think it is it's a good splurgy gift for somebody to give. That's like somebody that's into it. Like that's a good, for the person that has everything. Like that's a good move.
I agree. I look for things that I know it's going to fit into my life a little bit better. Like this one, the MyoLift has, so it has the prongs that you can use. It has the gloves. And then it also has like almost like a sheet mask that you clip on the negative and positive polarity. So I'm more inclined to do the hands-free types of machines because I can sit back, I can relax, I can either do a meditation, get away from my kids,
Right. Totally.
those.
Yeah, you put that LED mask, they don't want to come near you.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is on the list?
It's probably one of my most favorite. So these are called the lymphatic brushes, and they were designed by a woman named Cecily J. Braden. She's an educator. She has her own line of tools. She's a great educator. So I took the class on these lymphatic brushes. This one in particular is like a larger brush. It's kind of like a half moon shaped brush with very soft, almost like a kabuki brush bristles, like a makeup brush bristle with like little nubbies on the end. So the one thing about lymphatic drainage is you always want to start at your clavicle. Okay, so you have a bunch of oil in your body.
Well, yeah.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay, so you're just going to kind of clear. I don't want to get into the whole technical terms of why you want to do that, but basically your whole lymphatic system dumps in this area. So you really want to make sure that it's clear.
In your clavicle.
Yeah. And then you're going to, there's different motions, and there's some great videos from Cecily online on her website that show you exactly the different types of techniques. But this really moves the lymph more than I've seen any other tool do.
That's crazy.
And I've always done a lot of lymphatic drainage in my facials, and this is by far my favorite tool because you can see it in like real time. And I've shown a lot of before and after.
You've shown me the before and afters. They're fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, because a lot of times
ridiculous.
we get almost like these pockets around the ear where the fluid can get built up, and it really depends on somebody's lifestyle, whether they're having like too much salt, whether they drink alcohol, right? So you can see where it shows up in the skin. Mm-hmm. There's a new term kind of floating around called the cortisol face. Oh. And it's essentially like that stressed out face. So it can often look very kind of puffy and swollen. Okay. And the lymphatic brushes, it's such a beautiful tool to kind of relieve that cortisol face because you can move the lymph really effectively.
Got it. I don't know if like the lymphatic, if there's more awareness of it now, or I'm just becoming more aware of it, but it does feel like it's like a thing across the board.
I think that pretty much all of the tools that you see on the market have some type of lymphatic benefit, mm-hmm. whether it's, a massage tool or just, massaging. Actually, there's the Theragun, and there's an attachment for the face, but they actually make an actual Theragun for the face. Oh, wow. And what that is going to do, speaking of the lymphatic drainage, like when you've got a lot of tension and tightness, one of the first things that I do when I'm cleansing my client's skin is I feel where they're stuck. You can feel the tightness, you can feel the tension. And the best thing to do is loosen all of that tension up, because if it's tight, your lymphatic system, your flow can't happen. That's why I love certain tools that you can kind of get into that muscle tension. And the Theragun is phenomenal for getting, like, loosening up that tension. If you're going to do some type of lymphatic drainage, especially with the brushes, that combination is like... Right.
You obviously have a fancier version, but Chris is really into this.
Yeah.
Is that what is it? A cup, a suction cup?
Yeah. So I have glass ones.
This is plastic. All right.
It doesn't matter. It's the same. So cupping is. So
this is the same cupping that I get on my back, kind of. I mean, in theory.
Yeah. So I was going to say cupping is like a Chinese medicine technique to move the lymph, right? And when you're getting cupping on your back or you're getting cupping on the body, mm-hmm. they implement heat. The idea is you want whatever area that they're working mm-hmm. is you're pulling that stagnation out. You're pulling the toxins out of the body that way. We don't want to do that to the face at all. So it's really about gently moving the lymph, moving the, getting the blood circulated so it can carry out the toxins.
Am I doing this right? So you just kind of...
Yeah. So remember, any type of lymphatic drainage, you want to clear your neck first. You want to clear,
what the fuck do you do?
and it's really easy to do just with your hands above and below your collarbone. And what I do, actually, this is kind of my shower ritual, is I go above and below the collarbone for a couple minutes, and then
oh wow,
and then you kind of pat it, and then up and down.
Frankie, like, Mom, what's going on there?
Up and down on your lymph nodes on the side of your neck, and then pat it. Right? There's like a whole other thing that I do, but anytime you're going to implement one of these modalities, whether it's the brush or the cups, we call it like opening up the gates. You got to open up the gates for it to flow.
Okay. Is this the same? Is this similar as a gua sha?
So gua sha, if we just break down the word gua sha, that means scraping, right? Like, so when you're using same thing in Chinese medicine, I don't know if you've ever seen them like gua sha somebody's back.
I've seen you after you've had your body gua sha'd.
Yeah. So you gua sha till the skin petechias. It's like a hickey. Oh. So, and that is same concept, is to pull the toxins. Okay. And to get the blood circulating, but you obviously don't want to do that on your face. The gua sha should be very gentle pressure on the face. Noted. Yes. Yeah, you don't want to really dig in there with the gua sha tool. It's almost like an effleurage, a very gentle. Okay. A very gentle pressure. Okay. Okay, so cups, the brush, all of these things you use in your... I do. I use them in treatment room, and I use them at home. Talk about microneedling? Yeah, let's talk about microneedling. Okay. Microneedling is one of my favorite treatments. Me too. I absolutely love it. I don't necessarily recommend doing microneedling at home. It feels like for me that would be disastrous. Like just disastrous. I think the key to microneedling is the depth. You know, I've seen these videos. I'm not a ticky-tacky person, but like I've seen videos where it's like a bloodbath. God. That's what not to do. Right. Okay. Noted. So the depth you want, we're going to talk about, nanometers and all that. Right. I mean, I need a measuring stick. So just make sure if you're having a practitioner do microneedling on you, your forehead and your neck should be 0.25. Oh. So it will not, there's some cases where you'll get the pinpoint bleeding, but the point is not to see the blood. You do not want the blood. You're causing this micro trauma to the skin, but it's not necessary for you to draw blood to have that micro trauma. Got it. And the idea is the body goes into its like in the healing mode and signal the skin to kickstart that healing mode. Got it. Okay. And is there a home version of microneedling? I mean, people are getting them on Amazon, and I just don't know about this. Yeah. So for the rest of the face, 0.25 on the forehead and the neck, and then the face, I wouldn't go up more than 0.75. Unless you're doing like scar resurfacing, like stretch marks or acne scars, then you can go up. I wouldn't really recommend. I think that less is best when it comes to microneedling. So what do you look for? This is not something you can do at home, and you just look for a practitioner that knows what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, totally. Okay. And then the big thing is everyone's doing this Morpheus 8. Right. I've heard of this. Yeah. Did you do it? I have not done it, but I know somebody who I travel with who's done it. Yeah. That's one thing. She said it was painful as fuck. Yeah. That is one thing. It's what it is microneedling with radiofrequency. I mean, I would do it if it was really a thing. You should never do it because you have melasma hyperpigmentation issues. Okay. No, and what happens is the radiofrequency heats up the tissue, and I mean, you can cause a lot more damage than good, especially with your hyperpigmentation. Right. I do not recommend I haven't done it. But yes, I am a huge fan. Big fan of the microneedling.
Right, not the Morpheus, the microneedling.
Yeah. And, there are certain gadgets that I'll use in the treatment room for skin that can really tolerate it. I like to use this. I have a lot of clients, perimenopausal and menopausal skin. They start to get like this weird skin on the arm. And so one thing I love to do.
Ooh.
Now,
I didn't know this. So this is like a weird thing that looks like it would tenderize meat?
Yeah. It's almost like it's like a an ice roller, but it has little spikes on it.
Yeah. I think I have one of these.
So they're fantastic for the arms. So when I see,
I want to
yeah. So when I see my clients have that kind of weird textured skin,
I'm getting that,
and almost like you're getting these like fine lines on the arms. So really working that tissue and then putting a serum down is like phenomenal. It just feels good, but it does not. It does not feel great on the face.
Oh, so what is this? What you use it for?
So I've done it on the neck. I do it in between my boobs. Right. It really breaks up adhesions.
Okay, but you don't do it on your face, like where?
It doesn't feel great on the face. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Okay. I feel like there's so many other beneficial tools.
I just don't know what it does, but I literally have one of these. I mean, it's not this fancy, obviously.
Yeah, it's going to break up adhesions. It breaks up tension. Oh. Sometimes I put it in my hot cabbie and I get it warm.
Your hot cabbie.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I get it warm and kind of just break up that muscle tension, soreness. I mean, you can even see.
I know.
Yeah, it's so crazy. You can kind of like get some definition because it's going to pull all of that fluid out of there.
Wow.
I mean,
I know what I'll be doing the rest of the day.
Actually, on the Cecily J. Braden, she has something very similar. It's not like as sharp, but same thing. Like you can heat it up and you can really get your neck and break up some of that.
So not for the face, but I'll do the face.
A very beneficial thing that I love. Super inexpensive because you can actually use a tennis ball too. Is working the chest muscles. You kind of want to like go over the ribs and break up those muscles across the ribs. And what this is going to do, and I keep this in my car. So this is my trick if I'm at like a stoplight. What? Yeah. So I'll just kind of like work the muscle. Okay. But what that's going to do, it's amazing for your neck because we've got this platysma, we've got the SCM, we've got all these tight muscles that if you think about, they're pulling down on the neck.
Oh, it feels really good.
Yeah, so you're like loosening up.
You do it on the neck?
Well, don't do it over your thyroid, but do it on your SCMs. It goes from here all the way up here, and you can grab it.
Oh, that feels so good.
So you do that muscle all the way down. Yeah. So if your SCM is tight.
It's tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So really great for softening up those neck wrinkles and breaking up some of those lines that can happen when you sleep on the chest.
Okay. Into that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you can get these anywhere. The spiky one is good.
Okay. Spiky one.
The spiky one is actually a little bit softer. But you can apply different amounts of pressure. But like I said, you can also use like a tennis ball.
Right.
Yeah. So this is obviously falls in the not so splurgy.
Right.
Super beneficial.
Okay. I didn't even know you did that.
I'm a multitasker.
Yes. Well, this I know. I think we need to talk about cryo and CO2.
Carboxy. Okay. So I think it's Japanese. I think all the carboxy masks are from Japan, actually. But what it is, it's these two little packets that you mix together and it creates CO2. And it's a mask that you use like 30 to 45 minutes. You can either buy it yourself or you can have a practitioner do it. But this is something that you don't need a professional to use.
Okay, so this is something that I can buy and I'm not going to.
And so I highly recommend this mask before any kind of like event, party where you want to just look super radiant. You want your skin to look incredible. This is the mask for you. It is next level. They're very pricey, but well worth it. Like it increases your hydration up to 117%. Super healing, takes the redness out. I use it when I microneedle. It's phenomenal, incredibly healing.
Okay, so this is part of then in the treatment room what you do when like somebody's going to a premiere or some like fancy thing.
Yeah, a wedding.
Yeah,
any kind of you're being photographed for something, and you want just your skin to look absolutely impeccable, that's the mask for you.
Okay.
And the results this last like 6 days. It's pretty amazing. Anyone can get it, and have them at Saving Faces.
Okay.
Too.
All right.
And you can use it as like an add-on treatment.
And what about ice?
Oh, the cryo.
What is she grabbing? Oh.
Yeah. So these are little cryo balls. There's a bunch of these on the market too.
They're just like, they look like ice cream scoops that haven't been scooped out.
Yeah. So you can just do facial massage with them. It's really great for if you have any kind of inflammation.
But you freeze them.
You don't have to freeze them. You can just they're cold by themselves, but they feel good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cold.
So they're great for depuffing. They
just stay cold like that?
They stay cold like that. Yeah, depuffing. Great for, like, I use them if I've done a peel on somebody where they're just, they've got that extra heat going on in the skin. They're phenomenal. You can keep them.
Maracas?
You can keep them in the fridge, or you can just, they always stay cold. These are great.
Anything we missed?
I think, my IC device.
Yes.
What does it not do?
Yeah. So it basically...
And that actually has the LED lights on there. It's got minerals.
Do you use the device? Because I use my device just to transform water to do whatever healing properties.
You can put it directly on your skin. It's got the 3 different types of settings. So you can use it for sound.
Right.
For binaural beats. You can use it for directly on the body. For the PEMF.
Right.
The pulsed electromagnetic field. So it has that. And then, transforming your water into any kind of herbal remedy or medication is... Yeah,
it's next level.
It's next level. That's taking your life and your self-care to the next level.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
And the one that I recommend is the Infopathy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a membership. It's like I think it's $100 a year.
Yeah, something like that.
But so well worth it.
Right.
And then there's also, people ask me a lot about the higher dose, the sauna blanket.
Which is the one that we're sitting on.
Yeah. They're amazing for healing inflammation and all the things, but they've just come out with a new one that's like my old favorite because that's no longer on the market.
Right. The mats, the biomat.
Yeah. So higher dose has a PEMF mat, which is infused with, I think it's tourmaline and amethyst. So you have the crystal healing, then you've got the PEMF frequency. So amazing for lymphatic drainage, amazing for post-workouts, amazing for sleep, just overall inflammation and circulation in the body. Just so healing.
How long do you need to use that for? Because I did mine this morning. Like I've been doing for my rib like that.
Yeah.
Well, during my meditation, like 20 minutes-ish.
Even if you're on it for 5 minutes.
Cool.
But ideally, 20 minutes is...
Yeah, that's a great gift though.
I mean, the glass cups are a great gift. The Cecily Braden, like, oh my God.
Yeah, you love those.
I love them.
People like,
want to look their best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got? What's your recommendation?
In treatment at Saving Faces, like the facials that I would recommend for sure is a full in-depth microcurrent facial. I do 60, 75 or 90 minutes of that. I'm so obsessed with the sculpting and the lifting types of neo-sculpting. At Saving Faces, I highly recommend doing the buccal massage, buccal, buccal, tomato. That's intraoral, so you're working the inner muscles. It's just a deeper, more in-depth type of massage to really help with that tension, really get that flow happening. It's one of my favorite treatments because the results are pretty phenomenal. So I love that facial. And then I love the carboxy mask before a photo shoot, before a big event where you really want to look incredible and flawless. Then the carboxy mask is like by far one of my favorite treatments.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah.
All right, ready for rapid fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Greatest thing you ate this week?
Oh, I had some really great pizza at that party. We had a friend's 50th and this amazing wood-burning oven. I mean, wood-burning ovens and pizza. It's my love language.
Yes. Yes. Highest vibrational moment.
It's been a challenging week. I would say celebrating your birthday. That was pretty high vibe.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah, just being around all those good souls.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I really liked having coffee Sunday morning with you and Spencer and Cinnamon. That was pretty
that was
legit.
Rad.
I love that I can't remember these. Give a word to the week.
Self-care.
It feels important this time of year.
Yeah.
And what about a tip, given everything we've talked about? What's the tip?
I would say don't forget to drink water. And my rule of thumb is, drink half your body weight in ounces of water. It's really helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all for now. Stay lit.
Peace out.
If you enjoyed this high vibrational conversation, beauty wisdom, or just listening to two friends laughing their faces off, hit subscribe to get us on a bi-weekly basis. And be sure to share it with your skincare, wellness, and woo-woo obsessed besties. If you can, we're also super grateful for you hitting that little heart like button on each episode. It helps us grow. Peace out.